You're a teacher.
Yes.
What is a woman?
Woman is a social construct that we've agreed upon.
So I want to thank you for proving a great point.
What?
You are why we should eliminate the Department of Education. Thank you very much.
Are you married?
Yes, with 2 beautiful children.
Wow, good for you.
I could tell you're not married.
Yeah.
You're so scared to debate me.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Then debate me anytime,
Honestly, I'm good. I just debated the governor of this state. I don't need to debate you, Parker, okay?
You keep interrupting me. Every time I try to actually explain my point and have a reasonable conversation with you, you cut me off.
You're an English major.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another chance.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Jane Austen novel?
Harry Potter?
My shirt, everybody, my shirt says Charlie Kirk. Clearly you're offended.
Actually, I'm not. I find it hilarious. In fact, I'm so important that you have to make a shirt with my name on it. It's FBI statistics. It's well known.
FBI statistics? Where can you show me that at?
70% of offenders were African American.
I know you're obviously very anti-trans.
No, I'm pro-reality.
Why can you not respect the existence of trans people?
Well, it depends what you mean by that. If you mean lying, I won't lie. But every human being is made in the image of God, and so they deserve human rights. But at the same time, we have an obligation to our fellow citizen and fellow, hopefully, brothers in Christ one day or sisters to lie to them. And so when someone says they are a man when they're really a woman, or they say they're a woman when they're a man, and you affirm that, you are co-signing on that, of which I refuse to do.
Around the U.S., currently, a lot of states have been raising bills to legalize recreational marijuana use for adults over the age of 21. I was just wondering what your opinion would be on that.
I lose the audience every time on this, but I don't care. I'm very much against the use of marijuana, both personally and legally, and I'm happy to debate it if you guys want. So the best argument, and I'm booing and people are cooing, it's fine, I'll try to prove you wrong. The best argument is why should the government be involved in it? That's the best argument. However, if you for a second think that it is admirable and good to put a psychoactive chemical, marijuana, in your body and think that it's great for you, I think you got another thing coming. Whether it be psychosis, increase in hospitalization, increase in depression, increase in anxiety, and the stories after stories that show the impact of marijuana on people's own mental health is extraordinary. Let's challenge the legalization advocates. Advocates for the legalization of marijuana have made promises throughout the years. Legalize weed and you'll get these things. They say less kids will use it because it will be legalized. They say the cartels will be weakened if it gets legalized. And number 3, that we will be able to go after harder drugs and that generally drug use will go down. And then finally, crime will go down. In every state where it's legalized, we have seen more kids use marijuana, not less kids use marijuana. The cartels are richer and stronger and more profitable than ever before. Drug use across the country has gone up, and it has not resulted in safer marijuana being consumed. The black market is actually stronger than ever. So almost every single lie, and crime is also going up. And by the way, I think I smell weed right now. It's disgusting. And almost every single lie they've told us has been proven incorrect.
If America is getting cheap labor and cheap oil from Nigeria and other countries, how are they going to replace that cheap oil and cheap labor that they're getting when they leave those countries?
We have a lot of oil here. I mean, we don't need
But
Nigeria.
labor would not be cheap.
Yeah, so what you mean is like immigration labor, or?
Yeah, so like how do we replace the cheap labor? Because
Well, so yeah, as far as labor, that window is closing. I mean, mass robotics and AI are going to close the labor gap in the next 10 years. The idea of needing cheap labor, that's going to be over in about 10 years. It's about a 10-year window. So,
okay.
And also, final point is I think the mass adoption of AI could make African countries very, very wealthy. Because if every single African youth has a smartphone with AI, they basically can have the same learning capacity of somebody in the Western world. It could theoretically, not that it will, close the learning gap between the third world and the first world. You understand we are one of the only countries in the industrialized world that has birthright citizenship?
And I'm proud to be that. We are a country of immigrants. See,
no, we're not. No. We're a country of settlers, not of immigrants.
Okay.
That's a big distinction. Let me tell you the difference. Settlers are people that build a new country that was barren. Immigrants come to a country already built. The people who built this country, they went west to an unconquered, barren country and built a new society. Immigrants helped enrich it. They helped grow it upon that. But the foundation of America were settlers, not immigrants. Since you're pro-choice, Should a mom be able to choose to abort her baby if she finds out she's having a girl and she wants a boy?
So
You're pro-choice.
I don't think that voluntary late-term abortion should happen past 20
that's
weeks.
not the question.
So that's what I'm saying. If that's the woman's choice, then that's the woman's choice.
If it isn't your DNA, why should it be your choice?
But what do you mean by that? It is your DNA.
Well, no, it's not. A mother has her own separate DNA.
Yes.
Her baby has different DNA. So why should her DNA should be able to eliminate another set of DNA?
Because it is inside of her.
Your location means nothing. Whether you're inside utero or live in Columbia, South Carolina, you don't get more or less rights based on your location. Everyone's really mad at me that I said something biblical about marriage. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge.
Submit to your husband? You're not in charge? Not in charge of what?
This is just the definition of weird, bizarre, and frankly just deeply disturbing.
Kirk is talking about Taylor Swift because he wants to reinforce sexist gender roles from his own Christian nationalist background.
Oh, submit to your husband. Like you have a wife. Does your wife not hear you say this? Like, I don't get it.
Oh, Erica agrees completely. We're going to do a whole podcast on this. Erica thought I was spot on. Yeah, why don't you read the shirt off for everybody?
Oh, my shirt, everybody. My shirt says Charlie Kirk. It's got Dean and Parker on it. I mean, clearly you're offended.
Actually, I'm not. I find it hilarious. In fact, I'm so important that you have to make a shirt with my name on it.
You seem offended.
I actually think it's awesome that what I've done is I'm living rent-free.
If you like it so much, you want to sign it?
I am living rent-free in so many libs' minds that you have to make merch with my name on it.
Okay.
I should charge you a licensing fee for that. It's
For
like,
what? For your name?
That's my NIL. I mean, come on. Like, you got to pay up.
Your name?
Yes.
You're going to charge me for your name?
Yeah, that's how NIL works. You understand? I'm being like a little lighthearted and
You want to
sarcastic.
sign it since you like it so much?
No, I don't have to sign it. You already have my name on it, actually.
Yeah, you're right. Well, debate Dean and Parker.
This is how you know you're losing. You have to go around being like, F Charlie Kirk. Okay, look great. Good luck.
Okay, buddy. If I just happen to be pregnant.
Oh, you don't happen to get pregnant. It's not like getting COVID.
I know how it works. I know how it works.
You don't get the flu.
I know.
How about
but
this?
say
You
I
take
got
responsibility for your orgasms and
What if
stop
that doesn't
eliminating
work?
people smaller than you.
So you're saying I should carry a baby and ruin my collegiate life?
How about this? Instead of saying ruin, first of all, babies are a blessing. Stop talking at them as if they're some sort of annoyance.
I will have to drop out of college.
Number two, if you play certain games, you win certain prizes. If you're going to go have sex...
So you're saying I should drop out of college to support my child instead of supporting my life?
I'm saying if you're going to engage in coitus, in the practice of having children, you might end up with a baby. So know that. And guess what? You don't need to have sex before you get married. It's not like showering. It's not like eating.
Are you married?
Yes, with 2 beautiful children.
Wow, good for you.
I could tell you're not married.
Yeah.
We are monitoring this terrible situation in Minneapolis. Somebody emailed us, this is why I can't believe in God. How could you believe in God after this? It's a very important question. I don't want to be immediately dismissive. We as Christians, ethical monotheists, we have the problem of evil. Atheists have evil no problem. On the atheist side, they can't say that evil actually exists because without God, if God does not exist, then we are nothing more than just a clump of cells and there is no such thing as evil. You only know something is evil if you have good to compare it to. If I have a piece of paper and I draw a crooked line, how do you know this line is crooked? You immediately look at it and say, that's a crooked, squiggly line. Only because in your mind, you know what a straight line is. If you don't believe in God, then you say evil's no problem. But if you are upset with it, you actually are implying that you believe in God. You might be angry at God. You might be wrestling with God. You might think that God is unjust. That's a completely different thing than not believing in God.
And there's a point in which Trump won Pennsylvania that you got emotional and you actually shed a tear or two. I wonder at what point in that emotional response goes from felicity and joy of shedding a tear of this liberator to actually sorrow of saying that this is going to get to the point where it could lead to abortion. And that's where my question was.
Do you know why I cried on election day?
Because you thought it was a restoration of the Judeo-Christian values that are inherent to the Constitution.
Let me tell you why, because I think you might appreciate this as a historian. Joe Biden sent the entire federal government after Turning Point USA and me personally. They wanted me in federal prison. And by the way, that's what despots do, not Donald Trump. Let me finish. And so when Donald Trump won, it was a sigh of relief that maybe I won't have to go to federal prison. Maybe I can actually be around my kids. And maybe we can live in a free society.
In LSU, there are Native American burial mounds that are 5,000 years old. Is this Native American territory? Have we violated? I mean, they probably had books. They probably named their mounds a million times. Should we leave right now? Because, I mean, it's their land.
So you plan on leaving the country?
I plan on leaving, yes.
Look, you do plan on leaving?
I mean, at some point, yeah.
What country are you moving to?
Probably France.
You think do you think France is a better country than America?
I'm going on vacation. I'm not like living there. Christ.
Oh, okay. Do you think there's ever been a better country than America to exist?
Like cosmically? Yeah, maybe. But like, how do you objectively evaluate countries?
How about generosity, benevolence, productivity, entrepreneurial capacity?
I mean, yeah, Luxembourg's got a higher median income. Sweden, Britain, higher median income. That's a pretty good measurement that we're behind in. So
Okay.
yeah, there are better countries than us.
I could go endlessly on why America is the greatest country ever to exist, but here's the funny thing. I bet you won't leave. Because America's the only country in the world that even those who say they hate it refuse to leave.
I don't hate this country. I've never said I hate this country, ever. When did I say that? When?
Well, so you love America?
Yeah.
And you want to move to France?
Why not? Yeah, it's a cool country. Like,
which question? Him endlessly rambling is not a question.
What? You said I hate America. Well, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Wait.
All right. Well.
Do you believe that?
I think
What?
when we start.
Do you believe that?
Do I believe that I don't hate America? I don't hate America.
What have we learned in just the last couple of weeks when it comes to Russiagate?
The big news, the news that I think will ultimately answer the question, will we get any accountability, is in March, Kash Patel, the new FBI director, sat down with a career team of agents and he wrote what we call the grand conspiracy case. And he looks at this period as one ongoing conspiracy. Kash Patel decided to look at what Hillary did, what Obama did, what John Brennan did, what James Comey did, and all up to Jack Smith as a criminal enterprise. One ongoing conspiracy. What are the crimes? The crimes are to obstruct justice, keep Hunter Biden from being investigated by those IRS whistleblowers that I introduced to America a couple years ago, keep the FBI repeatedly from investigating Hillary Clinton, and keep Joe Biden from facing liability when he took all those documents. That's the first crime, obstruction. The second crime is the deprivation of civil liberties. They're going to take the 1960s civil rights laws and turn them around on the Democrats and say, you're just as bad as the cops that used to beat black people during the 60s. We're going to take those laws and we're going to charge you with depriving Donald Trump and everybody else who was injured as a criminal civil rights violation.
Okay, everybody, you've all heard the news by now. Taylor Swift is now engaged to Travis Kelce, and I think this is just great. I think Taylor Swift should have as many children as she has houses. And I think that they should have a bunch of kids. And these are conservatizing events. You see, them getting married is going to make them less liberal. It's going to make them more attached to reality. And Taylor, I think you should take Travis's name. Be a traditionalist. And I say all this non-sarcastically. Marriage is awesome. We need to celebrate it more. Marriage is amazing. And I'm glad Taylor has found a man that loves her. Have lots of children, Taylor Kelce.
This is monumental breaking news. This is seismic, earth-shattering stuff. You will remember where you were. What, of course, I'm talking about is Taylor Swift is now engaged to Travis Kelce. Boy, you brought in the Benjamins, sir. That right there has its own zip code. All kidding and sarcasm aside, getting married changes you. Having children changes you. I've seen this happen time and time again. When people start to get married and have children, it starts to change your politics. I want them to have lots of children. She should have more children than she has houses. That is my challenge, Taylor Swift, and I'm not being sarcastic. It teaches you something about yourself. It starts to clarify your worldview. This is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative. And most importantly, I can't wait to go to a Taylor Kelce concert. I can't say it without laughing. You got to change your name. If not, you don't really mean it. Congratulations, Taylor.
You're a teacher.
Yes.
What is a woman?
Woman is a social construct that we've agreed upon.
So I want to thank you for proving a great point.
What?
You are why we should eliminate the Department of Education. Thank you very much.
Are you married?
Yes, with 2 beautiful children.
Wow, good for you.
I could tell you're not married.
Yeah.
You're so scared to debate me.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Then debate me anytime.
Honestly, I'm good. I just debated the governor of this state. I don't need to debate you, Parker, okay?
You keep interrupting me. Every time I actually try to... Every time I try to actually explain my point and have a reasonable conversation with you, you cut me off.
You're an English major.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another chance.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Jane Austen novel?
Harry Potter.
My shirt says Charlie Kirk. Clearly you're offended.
Actually, I'm not. I find it hilarious. In fact, I'm so important that you have to make a shirt with my name on
offended.
it. It's FBI statistics. It's well known.
FBI statistics? Where can you show me that at? 70% of offenders were African American.
I know you're obviously very anti-trans.
No, I'm pro-reality. The biggest problem in modern education, it goes like this. It's that I do not want to impose upon my kid anything specific. We're going to have values-neutral education, and we're just going to kind of raise them with reading, writing, and arithmetic. We'll give them skills, but not values. Itself is actually a contradiction, because saying that you will not teach values is a statement of value. There is no such thing as a valueless statement. Imagine if you're running a 4th grade classroom and a kid steals a pencil. Does the teacher say that's perfectly fine? We don't do moral judgments around here? If the kid starts bullying somebody else, we have anti-bullying campaigns across the country, while simultaneously we're told that the education system is only about reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Would you ever consider making a run for the presidency?
You knew that was coming. I'm 31 years old. I got a great life. And my mission right now is defend the Trump administration on the great stuff they're doing, get J.D. Vance elected as the next president of the United States in 2028. And if they ever run out of people, I don't even know if I would consider it. You know why? People say, are you going to run for Senate or Congress? I'd say, listen, honestly, I think the impact we're making is bigger than sometimes some of the U.S. senators. I don't know if you guys agree or not. I do. But again, I'm not trying to be braggadocious, but I can say what I want to say. We have a very successful podcast. Who listens to the Charlie Kirk Show? Anybody? I mean, it's amazing. Wow. Thank you guys. And our campus tours are sweeping the country, billions of views. I got over 1,000 employees. I'm the most blessed. I have to pinch myself when I wake up every single day that I get to be able to do this as my job. And so I never want to lose that. I always just want the highest and greatest impact.
This very, I think, terrible. Hello. Who's that? Who is that back there? All right, get out of the room.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.